Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're at day 5 of the December daily Leetcode challenge. And again, like we have a medium question. From the last 2 days, we're having medium questions. And for the first 2 days of this challenge, we had easy questions. Okay? So let's see this question. It's very simple question actually. It's again like a tricky question as that of yesterday. If you have been following this December Leetcode challenge, you'll get to know that from the last 2 days, we're having questions like this only. And this is again something similar. It's very tricky kind of questions. Tricks are important here. It's not about any particular data structure or any particular algorithm here. Okay, so the algorithm will be two-point approach, the optimal will be two-point approach. I will show that, but again, like this problem can be solved in multiple ways, and this is not something specific to algorithm wise. It's something specific to the thinking wise. That trick, if you are understanding the trick, I am sure you will get the answer, right? That's what it is. It's just about finding out the logic. Remember, it's not only about programming in this. Okay, so let's see the thing. So basically, if you see what is happening, you are given a target. Sorry, you are given a start and you are given a target. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to convert the start to target. Okay. For example, this is the start and this is the target. So what they're saying is there are three kind of letters present. There's three kind of characters present in the each of the strings. Okay. If you see the constraints first of all, you'll see that both of them are having same length. Okay, and it can be of the 10^5 range. And if you see the start and target consist of only three type of characters. What are they? The left r, that is left, right, and underscore. Okay, so if you see here, that is what it's going to be. So what can happen, see left, what you have to do is you have to convert the start string, that is this one, to the target string. So first of all, what is the constraint is that L, wherever L is present, what it can happen is it can move towards its left. Okay, wherever, until it finds a blank, that is underscore, until it finds underscore, it can keep moving towards the left. Okay, as simple as that. Similarly, r can keep moving towards the right until and unless there is an underscore towards the right. Okay, if there is anything else other than underscore, it cannot move towards the right. Okay, so that is the constraint. So if you see in this first example, what is happening? So this particular L has a underscore towards its left. Okay, so it will move there and it will match this one. Okay, similarly, this particular R, okay, has, as you can see, underscores after that. Okay, what can happen? See, first of all, before that, this particular R, you'll have to move towards the right so that it matches this one. Then this R can be moved to the position of this particular R. Okay, so to match this one, that is the basic idea. So let's quickly see the other point that I'm trying to mention. Okay, so this part I've already told you, there is two things start in target. Both are having same length, and these are the characters present in them. The characters L and R represent the pieces. Okay, where piece L can move only to the left if there is a blank space directly to the its left. Okay, similarly, piece R can move only towards right if there is a blank space directly to its right. Simple as that. The character underscore represents the blank space that can be occupied by any of the LR hand. Okay, so you have to return true if it is possible to obtain the string target by moving the pieces in the string start. Okay, by moving the piece in the start any number of times, otherwise return false. Okay, that is the question. So before starting this question, like, please understand what is going to happen. Yes, see, the idea here is L can move towards the left only when the left is empty. Remember that the leftmost, that is the one, the character towards the left is a underscore. Only then it can move. Similarly, R can move towards the right only if the next character is underscore. So the idea here is they cannot cross each other. That is, for example, okay, let me show you through an example. For example, something like this. For example, I have a R, then I have a underscore and L. Okay, so okay, let me zoom in first. Yep. So if you see, the max that we can do is I can move this R. Okay, I can keep moving this R. For example, the underscore will come here, second underscore will come here, then R will come here, and then L will come here. Remember, R I moved till two positions, but L I did not move. So the idea here is they cannot cross each other. If you see here, R cannot cross anything further now. Okay, they are stuck here. So beyond this, you cannot get any other configuration. Remember, R cannot move left, and similarly, left cannot cross R. As simple as that. Okay. So the idea here is we are going to get a particular subsequence here. Okay. If you talk about only R, L, and R, and similarly, if you talk about only LR and the target and source, what is going to happen is that they are going to follow a particular subsequence. Remember that the sequence in which L and R are present in both of them should be same. That is the first condition. Okay, that is the first condition. Other than that, there are slightly some other aspects also in this which we have to see. I hope the first condition is clear to you. The first condition is that the sequence in which L and R are present in the start should be the same as that of the target. Remember that the length are same. The length of the start and target are same. So the sequence in which L and R are present in start should be the same sequence in which L and R are present in the target. If you see here, only then it will be possible for us to, this is the first condition basically. Only after that we'll move to the second condition. Okay. I hope this condition is clear to you. The idea is they cannot cross each other. For that reason, for us to match, that is for us to transform start towards into the target, we have to ensure that the sequence in which L and R appear in the first string is same as that of the second string. Okay, this is the first condition. Now coming to the second thing, see, we have now two cases. Okay, for each L and R, we have two separate cases. Okay, what are the? For example, if you see here in the case one, okay, this is the source string, basically, and this is the target string. So what is happening here? See, L can only move to what is left. In the source, L is already in the leftmost part. Remember that L cannot move anywhere in this case. Okay, in the source, L is already towards the left. There is nothing to the left of L. Okay, L is the first character in the string, so L cannot move beyond that. So there is nothing L can do here. Okay, but in the target, we have L in the this particular place. Okay, this index one, here it is in index zero. So the idea here is, in the source we cannot do any transformation because L is kind of stuck there. Remember that. So the idea here is, only in case of L, what you have to ensure, we have to ensure that, for example, let us say the L in this case is present in index I. Let us say that. Let us say L is in this case present in index J. So what we have to ensure? We have to always ensure that the J, that is the I, is always, okay, you can say the other way around. If L, that is I, is less than J, in that case the answer is not possible. In that case we have to return false. Okay, this is the first condition. If I is, smaller than J, that is, what is I is the length in which L is present. What is J is the length in which L is present in the target. Similarly, I represents the source. I represent the position of L in the source, J represents the position of L in the target. If I is less than J, we have to return false. You will see we are, going to code a similar conditions here. Okay, when we are doing that, we are going to code a similar condition here. Similarly, let's talk about this case also. In this case, if you see what is happening, see, in the source, what is happening, I is already in the rightmost place. Okay, I cannot move, that is, R cannot move any place. That is the source. We cannot do any transformations here. We are stuck in this. But in the target, what is happening? Target R is in the second last position. Okay, that is one more blank space towards the right. Since we have to change the source into the target, for that reason we are stuck here. We cannot do any change here. Okay, that is the reason we are stuck. So what is the second case in which we are getting stuck? The second case is that, if I, okay, that, see, in this case, what you have to ensure, if I is greater than J. What is I? Basically, I is the position in which, sorry, the I is the position in which R is present in the source. Similarly, J is the index in which R is present in the target. Okay, if I is greater than J, then we have to return the answer as false, as simple as that. Okay, for any character, for any R, basically I'm saying this. Okay, so one thing you have to understand, first thing is, the sequence in which L and R are present in the source. Okay, that has to be same as that of the target. This is the first thing. Okay, now the idea here is, for each L in the source, and for this corresponding, see, first of, in the first condition, we are ensuring that they are in the following the same sequence. Okay, now since they are following the same sequence, what is the next thing? The L in the start and the corresponding L in the target have to follow this condition. Okay, otherwise you have written false. Similarly, the each any R in the start and the corresponding R in the target have to follow this condition. If they're not following this condition, we have to return false. Okay, if they are, like this, if this condition is true, we have to return false, as simple as that. Okay, I hope you are, getting clarity here. I can give you these things in the comment section also, but before that, let us go to the code. And since it's a medium question, I hope you are, aware that the time complexity is going to be in a range of 10 to 5. If you're using a brute force approach and trying out all the possibilities, I'm damn sure you are not going to get the answer, and your answer will not be submitted. Okay, it will not be accepted. Let's see the constraints. As I mentioned, I is going to represent the, index in which L or R is present in the source. Similarly, J is going to represent the index in which L and R is present in the target. That is, we'll keep moving I for each thing. For example, in the whole string here, we will be stopping our I here, similarly here, and so on. Okay, and here, similarly, J will be stopping here and here. Okay, and so on, right? That is what is going to happen. N1 and N2 are basically the lengths of each of the corresponding. That is, N1 is the length for the source, N2 is length for the target. Okay, now we have to follow this, we have to remain in this loop till I is less than N1 and J is less than N2. Okay, if any one of them is crossing the limit, we have to come onto this loop. Okay, so what we are doing here, the idea here is, the idea behind this loop is that, if we are witnessing underscores, that is, keep passing them. Okay, whenever the start of I is having underscore, keep moving forward. Similarly, whenever the target of J is having underscore, keep moving forward. That is, we will stop in this case only when we are in a L or R. Otherwise, we are crossing the limit. Okay, only three conditions are possible when we are going to stop for this loop. What are they? First thing is, when the start of I is either L, the start of I is either R, or the I is crossing the limit. Basically, I is equal to N1. In that case, also will come out of the loop. Okay. Similarly, the same case here. Okay, when J is equal to L, J equal to R, that is the index. Basically, I'm saying the index to which it depends is having a value of L or R, or J is crossing. That is, J is equal to N2. In that case, we have to stop. Okay, so if any one of them cross the limit, we are going to break out of this loop. First thing, if they have not crossed the limits, we are going to test three conditions. What are they? The first condition, very simple, because remember they are going to be the same subsequence. So for that reason, we first have to ensure that they're matching. That is, start of I should be equal to start of J. If they're not, that is they are not true. That is, if they're not matching, we have written false. This is the first case. What is the second case? Let us say the start of I now. If this condition is not true, that means both start and target are having the same letter. That is L or R. Okay. So what we are going to test it if the letter is L. Okay. If both of them are having L, what you have to ensure, that is, we have to check whether I is less than J. If I is less than J, we have written false. So if I've explained you this. If I is less than J, we have written false. Same is the case here. If the letter is R, that is both source and target having the letter R, and I is greater than J, we have to again written false. Why like that? I've already explained that. If I is greater than J, we'll have to written false. Okay. Now after that, we have to increment I and J, right? And then again this condition will be tested, and it will decide whether we are remaining the value or not. Once we come out of this value, okay, this value ends here basically. Once we come out of this value, we have to ensure that they are reaching their ends. That is, I will again check whether this condition is, this is the same condition as this. Remember the same thing, I will just copy it and pasted it here. Okay, so that to remember, this is and condition, right? So it will break when either I is equal to n1 or j is equal to n2. Okay, if any one of them is true, it will break, but the other one need not be at their end. Okay, so what you have to ensure, we have to ensure that if there are any underscores, let them pass by. Okay, similarly, you have to ensure that if there are any more underscores, let them pass by. At last, I'm going to check whether both I and j have reach their ends or not. That is, I should be equal to n1, j should be equal to n2. If that is the case, that means we have passed the whole string. Okay, for both source and target. In that case, I can return true. Okay, otherwise in every other case we have to return false. So let me quickly get you the dry run results. Yeah, as you can see, this is taking all the test cases. I've included some test cases on my own also. You can see that. Okay, so basically in this case, if you see, there are the sequences not being followed. Okay, the first condition is not true. Okay, in this case, if you see, there are L, RR and L. Okay, in this case, if you see, it is L, RR. So the sequence itself is not being followed. For that reason, you have written false as it is. Okay, that is the basic idea. So this was the solution. It was a tricky question, I will say, because see, the idea we are following is a two-point approach. We are maintaining two pointers and we are passing the string. Remember, it is the most optimal approach for this question, because if you see, we are not using any space as such. Okay, the space complexity is going to be O of 1. The time complexity is going to be O of n. Now you will ask me why it is O of n, because we are passing two strings. Why it is O of n? So the idea here is both start and target are having the same length basically, and let us say n is their length. So in that case, the answer is going to be O of n. Remember, I have shown you differently. This n1 and n2 I've shown you, but the idea here is both of them are going to be same. You can take them as same. Okay. Uh, by when I saw the question, I did not expect them to be same, but yeah, since they have clearly mentioned here that they're going to be same, so basically you don't have to mention n1 and n2. You can just mention n in all the places wherever n1 and n2 are mentioned. Okay, so that is the basic thing. And yeah, that is O of n is the time complexity and O of 1 is the space complexity. So often that was all for today. If you like my efforts, this was the day fifth. If you learn anything new, if you like my efforts, if you want to ask anything to me, please subscribe to my channel and comment below. I'm going through each of the comments and I'm ready to help you in that. Okay. So, yeah, that was all for today. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.